You know, there's one little light on the dashboard that can ruin your entire day, no matter what kind of car you drive. Well, today, if you're a Ford owner, we're going to demystify one of the trickier reasons that light might pop on. Right? You're just driving along, maybe listening to some music, minding your own business, and then, bam! There it is, that little glowing orange engine. Your stomach just drops and your mind starts racing. What's wrong? And, how much is this going to cost me? So you get it scanned, and the little machine spits out this code, P06A7. And let's be honest, that doesn't exactly clear things up, does it? It's not one of the super common codes, but it points to a really critical part of your Ford's electronic system.
Okay, so what in the world does that technical jargon actually mean? Sensor reference voltage B circuit range/performance. All it's saying is that your car's brain, the main computer, has found that a super important electrical signal is, well, it's out of whack. It's not getting the reading it expects, so it throws up a red flag.
Now, this is where it gets interesting. The circuit we're talking about is the VREF, or voltage reference circuit. The best way to think about it is like the central nervous system for a whole bunch of your car's sensors. We're talking throttle position, fuel tank pressure, all that good stuff. This circuit sends out a perfectly stable 5-volt signal that they all use as a baseline. So if that baseline is off, every single sensor that relies on it starts sending back garbage information. It's a total chain reaction. So how does this actually feel from the driver's seat? Well, besides that annoying check engine light, you're going to notice a huge change in how the car performs. Your Ford will probably go into what's called derate mode. This is basically a self-defense mechanism. The computer intentionally cuts the engine power to stop a small electrical problem from causing a huge mechanical one. It'll feel like you're trying to accelerate through thick mud.
All right, so what's actually causing this whole electrical mess? The good news is, this really complex sounding code usually points to one of just 4 common culprits.
So yeah, just 4. Let's break down exactly what those 4 possibilities are.
And here it is. This is basically the diagnostic roadmap. See the pattern? 3 out of the 4 potential causes are all about the wiring itself. You know, the nerves of the system. And the 4th is a problem with one of the nerve endings, a sensor. Let's take a quick look at each one.
First up is short to voltage. This is what happens when that VREF wire, which is supposed to be a steady 5 volts, accidentally touches another wire that has a higher voltage. That extra juice contaminates the signal, totally confusing the computer and every sensor on that line.
Next, you've got a short to ground. This is pretty much the opposite problem. In this case, a frayed or damaged VREF wire is touching the metal frame of the car, which causes the electrical signal to just leak out of the circuit. The voltage drops way down, and again, the sensors can't get that stable reference signal they need to work right.
An open circuit is probably the easiest one to picture. It just means there's a break somewhere in the wire. Could be a cut, a corroded connector, or even a pin that's just backed itself out. The signal just stops. It's like a bridge being out on the highway. No traffic's getting through.
And finally, if all the wiring checks out, the issue could be one of those nerve endings we talked about. A single sensor on that circuit can short out inside itself. And when that happens, it becomes the one bad apple that poisons the entire line, messing up the signal for all the other sensors and triggering that P06A7 code.
Okay, so let's fast forward. The repair is done, the bad wire is fixed, or the faulty sensor is replaced. You get back in your car, you turn the key, and hold on. There's one really important, kind of weird thing you need to know about what happens next.
And this is so important. Do not be surprised if you get your car back from the shop and that check engine light is still on. I know, right? But unlike some other warnings that vanish right away, your Ford's computer needs to actually verify the repair. It does this by running a series of checks while you drive. It needs to see for itself that the VREF circuit is stable under real-world conditions before it gives the all-clear and turns the light off.
So, what's the takeaway for you? First, while it's awesome to understand what's going on, diagnosing electrical shorts and opens, that really requires special tools. This is a job for a pro. And second, and this is the big one, you have to be patient after the fix. The car needs to be driven for a little bit to confirm everything's A-OK. So please don't panic if that light doesn't go off the second you pull out of the garage.
So that P06A7 code, as intimidating as it sounds, really isn't a total mystery anymore. It's a problem with your car's electrical nervous system, and it's probably caused by a simple wiring fault. And now, you even know to be patient after it's fixed. You're not in the dark anymore. The only question is, are you ready to walk into that repair shop and talk to your mechanic with a little more confidence?